I ran into an article just a few moments ago. I just got on the internet and thought, what am I going to do a video on? And then I went looking for UFOs being expected in Namibia. And then somehow I ended up on this article where they're talking about UFOs, and most people are expecting an alien invasion. I've heard people say that. I have, for time and time again. One thing I do know, if aliens show up, or ships show up for everybody to see them, it's going to have a real world effect, whether or not it's a fake alien invasion or a real alien invasion. That's really what I focus on. Whether or not it's real, if it's made up, if it's Project Bluebeam or any of that stuff, it's going to have a real world effect on people regardless. Now, granted, I wouldn't want to see a giant gray alien that big walking around you. I would not. Because how could you hide from it? Besides, I think it's too big to fit on that ship right there. I really do think it's way too big to fit on that flying saucer. I don't even like that picture right there, to be quite honest. But that is the one that was in the article right there. I don't like it. Really don't. I'm going to come over here, you all, and going to come over here and see if you're here. You're here. Whoopsie, Gina, honey. Hello there, Apple Brooks and Susan B. Ragnarok. Wait. 1247, the great one. Ragnarok is upon us. Now, I've heard of Ragnarok before. Could you tell me what it is? Because I've heard it before. I have. And I can't remember what it is that it's supposed to be. If you don't mind writing that in the comment section, not just for me but for other people, just like a one sentence. What or who is Ragnarok? That'd be great. It would be great. That's right, you all. We're gonna look at it. Hello there, Andromeda native. Hello, everyone. So I think that's pretty cool, you all, because we're going to come over here. We are going to come over here. We're going to look at this big, gigantic alien that's in the water. We're going to do it. Hello. Oh, okay. Thank you. The Norse mythology version of Armageddon. Thank you. That's good to know, because I have heard of the name before. That's great. You also, we're over here on this thing right here. It says study finds. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it in my life, but I clicked onto it. Somehow it popped up in front of me. That's how it happened, you all. And I can see like a square in the sky, but this alien is way too big to fit on that ship. It is. And he's got big long arms. You know, some people, you all, they do have arms that extend down to their knees. They do. And they got really long arms. Have you noticed that? And if you're a person who has really long arms that extends down to your knees, that's okay. Some people have, you know, short arms. Some people have long legs, short legs, long body, big head, small head, elongated heads, big necks, small necks, big hands, small hands, big feet, small feet. We're just a whole bunch of different people with different body features that make up this human race, is what we are. And it's okay, you all. It is. It's perfectly fine. That's right. So let's look at this, you all. We're going to read this. So, UFO incoming. Most believe an alien invasion of Earth is inevitable. I'm going to make this big because I don't want nothing else coming through on the other side. By Chris Mulrow. This is July the 2nd of 2021. According to a new study, alien conspiracy theorists are now The alien conspiracy majority, oh wow. A survey of 2,000 adults in the United Kingdom finds 6 in 10 now believe it's only a matter of time before Earth becomes the target of an alien invasion. Thankfully, if things turn out like the movie Independence Day, 80% say that they have a plan on how to deal with these space invaders. Unfortunately, many of those plans involve hiding under a bed or simply bursting into sheer panic. YJ Overlander, not inevitable, it is underway. Plays in the dirt. Fake, fake, fake. Well, in the beginning of this video, I said whether it's a real alien invasion, whether it's a fake alien invasion, no matter what it is, if beings come here in peace and they get attacked, or beings come here to invade, or if it's all make-believe, it's still going to have a real-world effect on every single person. And there's a lot of people that are going to react differently, whether it's purported to be fake or real. Regardless, it's going to have a real-world effect, is what it's going to have. So let's do this, you all. Oh, plays in the dirt, honey. That's okay. That's all right, because a lot of other people got here, too. So it says, one poll commissioned by Beavertown, conducted by OnePoll in honor of the World UFO Day on July the 2nd, finds other foolproof alien invasion plans includes respondents calling their parents for help and stocking up on toilet paper. Now, I think this is something. Others say they'll flee to the countryside or simply make some tea and welcome their new alien overlords. I don't like that. When that word alien overlords, because I heard something else called a new overlord. Okay, you all. Now, all jokes aside, I have heard reputable people, well, whether or not they're reputable or not, but they have been in the mainstream going around talking about new overlords. They have, and that's all I'm going to say about it. However, in the event of a real invasion, 1 in 4 admit that they'll just panic and they'll wait for the experts to save the day. The new overlord, Alex, honey, I know it. I don't like the sound of that, but there are people who are already saying that the new overlords are here. Okay, they are. That's what they said. One specifically is here. Let me do this. UFO-friendly zone. Perhaps surprisingly, most respondents are hoping for the best when humans make the first contact with alien life. In fact, 63% say they'd welcome an alien if they saw one land nearby. Even more fascinating, 1 in 20 people claim they've already seen an extraterrestrial. Well, I've never seen an alien that was this gigantic right here. I haven't. I've seen a UFO. I've seen the Man in Black. And I know a lot of other people have seen UFOs, and a lot of people have seen Men in Black, and a lot of people have seen extraterrestrials, interdimensional beings. They have. And I think the majority of the people who have had contact, I don't think they look like this one right here. So yeah. So scary looking. Really, I don't. That's right. The so you all, let me come back here. Let me come back here, you all. Let's go back to this thing. Okay, 20 people have said that. UFO sightings are rising, along with the belief in an alien presence, says Nick Pope, the former head of UFO investigation for the British government's Ministry of Defense. On World UFO Day, and with a report on UFOs having been sent to the U.S. Congress, the topic has well and truly come out to the fringe and into the mainstream. Until recently, people who believed in UFOs were regarded as conspiracy theorists, with pilots, radar operators, intelligent community personnel coming forward and speaking with their experiences. The subject is now being taken seriously within the government. Pope continues that we should remember that these skeptics have to be right every single time, whereas the believers only have to be right once. Are we alone or not in the universe? Are we being visited by aliens, you all? Are we being visited by aliens? Well, you know, some say that they are here already on the earth, is what they say. And some say that, you know, they have made contact with the governments of the world, and it's under wraps. It's under wraps. They don't want to say what's going on. They say that one of the former presidents years and years ago made a deal with the Greys in exchange for humans to be tested on and stuff like that. Technology. So it's not just rumor. It really isn't. So Google. Oh, somebody did a Google. Google, how do I survive an alien invasion? While most Brits, I guess this is written for Britain, are hoping the best when UFOs start landing. See how they're writing this, you all? This is really interesting. Google, how do I survive an alien invasion? So listen how this is written. While most Brits are hoping for the best when, they're saying when, it's not if, it's when UFOs start landing, plenty of respondents have other tips on preparing for the worst. So they are hypothetically saying when they land, okay? So a lot of people really must be thinking that, even from the person of this article like this. So just making it to the top of 10 most common things to do during an alien attack. Some responders plan to make a bunch of weapons out of household items. You all, let me tell you something right now. Your weapons are not going to be any use against any form of extraterrestrials. None whatsoever. Their weapons, if they come truly, whether they come in peace or whether they come to, you know, invade, your weapons aren't going to be any good. They're not. Your weapons are not going to be anything to them because, you know, their technology is far more advanced than our technology. And if you think you're going to fire a gun at them, boom, 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 their bullets will probably just melt or bounce away. Just like when the battle for Los Angeles, they were firing their guns, the military were, their anti-air, whatever they were, up and didn't even phase those UFOs that were in the sky, didn't phase them one bit at all. You know, that's just now brought something back into my mind, something about a 7-day war that Israel had or something. And then somehow was it a UFO came down and stuff? Is that what happened? UFOs came down, or there was some kind of some type of unpredictable thing that happened from the sky, or their enemies lay their weapons down, or something divine happened, or something. I can't remember the story. It's been many, many years ago. But yeah, your weapons ain't going to be no good. You can't beat them with a broomstick or anything like that. I think they'll kill you. They probably will kill you. I'm just being honest. If you go to attack them, they're probably going to kill you. And that may not be sounding nice, but they're probably going to try to defend themselves. They really probably will. And that's not nice to say. I don't like to talk like that, but it's true. It's making me hot. Further down the list, a number of Britons will ask Google what to do. Oh, my goodness. Now, they very well may. Specifically, they plan to search for helpful advice from survival experts Bear Grylls. I've heard of him. Meanwhile, other respondents are going to rewatch for favorite alien invasion movies in hopes of finding inspiration to save Earth. Well, that's probably be a pretty good idea. You watch some movies. I'm sure there's lots of clues in the movies you That's right, lots of clues. Oh, I took my socks off. My feet started getting hot. I took them off before I started this video, Michelle, honey. I did. Oh, my goodness gracious. So, for all the managers who still plan on showing up to work when aliens invades, don't worry, it says. The poll finds 1 in 10 employees plan to phone their boss just to let them know they won't be coming in to work that day, you all. Can you imagine that, you all? Because you know how if you go to work, you do have to, you have to call in and tell them, you know, I'm not going to be here. You better have a good excuse. Well, I guess if there's an alien invasion, I think that's a pretty good excuse because your boss probably ain't going to be at work either. It depends on what time of day it happens too. You better hope you're not at work. That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right, you all. I've never read an article like this. Maybe the aliens will be nice after all. Well, I think that's very nice to say. Maybe they'll be nice. Regardless of how people want to prepare, 65% of the respondents believe world government should have a plan ready for an alien invasion. Despite those fears, 11% are holding out hopes that aliens will be just like friendly visitors in E.T., the extraterrestrial. Well, 11 is a wonderful number. It is a master number, you all. So if 11% are holding out hopes that the extraterrestrials come in peace, I think that's perfect. 11 is a wonderful number. It really is. Yeah, that's right. So let's look at some more, you all. This is, if you're just tuning in, this is some article I just clicked into. It's instinctive to fear the unknown, but why shouldn't aliens be friendly? Pope asked. On screen, they're arguably had a bad rap, so it's nice to see some optimism that so many people believe E.T. to be the closest reflection on what aliens are like. I hope they're right. Now, it is true. The aliens, the extraterrestrials, they have got a bad rap. They're always portrayed as evil in the movies, you all. They are very scary and all that kind of stuff. And I don't like watching those scary movies. When you got some alien depictions and they're demonic beings and stuff like that, why do you want to fill my mind with that? Why do you want to fill other people's mind with that? Because that's scary. That puts fear, that plants seeds of fear in people's minds when you make movies like that. And to make well, it's like this great big gigantic alien right here. This E.T., this gray. What type of gray would that be? Because I know it's not the small ones, the tall grays. Because there's 2 different species of grays, and you know they're not that big. That's taller than whatever that building is over there. Yeah. Scary sales. Yeah, that is true. Scary sales. People like excitement and adventure and stuff like that. They love it. It's storming in Phoenix. You go listen. But the national parks, I heard, is not a safe place to be. Yeah, that's right. So let's look at this again, you all. We're going to look at it again. So the top 10 ways that people will prepare for an alien invasion are: rely on the experts to sort it out. They'll panic. They'll run to the supermarket for essentials. They'll barricade all the doors and windows. They will escape to the countryside. They will turn off all the lights at home in hopes that the aliens think they're not in there. They'll put the kettle on. They will build a bunker. They'll stock up on toilet paper, and they'll fashion a weapon using household objects. Oh, that's it, you all. Alien invasion, alien in life, aliens disaster preparedness, you all. So this was written if the aliens were to show up, but the way it was written, when the aliens, when the UFOs show up is how it was written. Boom. I wanted to see. How is it? See how it was written? when the UFOs start landing. So there is a lot of talk, and I don't know who started that there would be a fake alien invasion. I just started hearing about it maybe last year. I heard that rumor going around that it was going to be a fake alien invasion. I think that's the earliest I've heard it. But since then, before then, I don't ever remember hearing it. And I wonder how they came to that conclusion, and or maybe I was never around to hear anything like that before. And I'm just going to say it again. Whether UFOs make a presence in the sky, make their presence known, whether the extraterrestrials make their presence known to everyone, it will have a real world effect, whether they're fake or whether they're real. If you see a UFO up in the sky and you'll say it's fake, that it belongs to certain military, certain governments, certain entities, and it's fake, but it looks like a UFO in the sky, is it not going to have a real world effect? And isn't it going to do things? Okay, it would. Even if you see like some hybrid beings and you say, well, they're not real aliens, they were made by whatever it was. They made them to make it look like Earth's being invaded. Well, it's going to have a real world effect. If I saw some kind of being as giant as this and you say, well, that's not real, they made it. Well, it's real enough to scare me and cause me to not even want to be near it. Okay, that's my take on it, you all. Yeah. So I would prepare inside of here if there was going to be one. I'd prepare regardless. I know that there's UFOs. I know that there's extraterrestrials. I know that there is a spiritual realm. I know that there is an interdimensional realm. I know that we're not alone. There are other species. There's battles taking place all around us, even like right in front of us, in the realm right in front of us, you all. There's a parallel world. CERN wants to open up parallel worlds so they can learn from them. They want to look for the dark matter is what they want to look for. They want to learn from it. They want to use it. They want to harness it. Harness that energy, you all. And they're not alone. They're not alone. So, yeah, that's right. Christine Maud, honey, you are right on time. You are not late at all. You arrived precisely when you meant to. That's right. Precisely. They already have it. Listen to Korayan. Really, I don't know how anybody would prepare if that was to come. And I guess you prepare. They say, now this is what I heard. With all the zombie apocalypse movies and games and all this stuff, when they tell you, like the CDC and all these, prepare for a zombie apocalypse in the military, if you can prepare for a zombie apocalypse, you will essentially be prepared for anything, more or less, because you're going to do your best to prepare in all kinds of ways, just so you're prepared for a zombie apocalypse. So that would prepare you also for an alien invasion, because you'd have zombies coming after you. And the same way with, like, you'd be more prepared with that than you would with an earthquake or a tornado or something like that, because you would try to prepare any and every way you possibly could. But I don't think your weapons are going to do you no good, because you know what I heard about the zombies? People say, now listen, they say, well, you got gunfire, you got guns. Well, certain zombies, if they hear a loud noise, they're going to come to where they heard that loud noise. They're all going to come. So looking for gunfire to stop them, they're going to come right where you're at. I heard the best way to stop some of them, since they don't like the light and fire, because they can't see. Some of them can't see. The best thing is to put a circle of fire around you, because they're too stupid, and I don't like that word. I never did like it, to not go through it. They'll get burnt up. That they said that'd be better if you wanted to, than trying to shoot them because you're going to draw their attention. So just remember that if the zombies do come, your best weapon would be fire to stop them if you wanted to, but don't be shooting them because you're going to, all the zombies from all around are going to come to where they hear that gunfire. Yeah, you might get away with shooting a few of them, but that'd be about it probably. Yeah. Oh, I've never heard of the movie The Crow, Roberta. I haven't. But like this ship right here, up in the sky, let me move my head to that, like over my head. That kind of looked like well, it could have kind of looked like the one that was in the cloud over last night where the moon was at. And there was like a great big ship. If you didn't see it, let me see if I can get it. There was a massive ship. Let me pull it up. It was at Table Mountain. In their live webcam, I think I went a little too fast. I wanted to show that in their live webcam that just now popped up in my head. If you haven't seen the Table Mountain with that massive UFO ship, it's pretty cool. It is. And I wonder if you saw this too. Let me get to it. Have you seen this right here? This was SpaceX. This right here, gigantic eye, showed up on the NASA product on the 8th. And this was the morning of the 8th at SpaceX. Look at that. Is that not cool, you all? That is so cool. It really is cool. That was a video that I did this week. Wait a minute. We're going to get to it, you all, right here. I did 2 videos on the, right here, Table Mountain. Right here. Look at that UFO. This is an artist of what a UFO looked like, and this was one at Table Mountain. I think this was last week that I did a video on you all. These UFOs, they're out there, okay, they are. And to say that they're not is just to be in denial, even though you see something like that, even though they may say, well, it's not a UFO, it's a certain type of a cloud. No. Mm-mm. And then Table Mountain, Cape Town, South Africa, the largest alien base on Earth. And I do believe that. I really do. There's too much activity occurring at Table Mountain. There really is, to think otherwise as far as I'm concerned. Too much activity. There was something else. If you haven't seen that video at Table Mountain, it was really, really cool. It was. Like, look at this, you all. Look at this UFO right here. And then look at this shape of this right here. It's a UFO cloaked in this cloud. They're here. Okay, they are. They're in South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa. They're all over the place. All over the place. And they only appear at whenever they want to appear, I guess, you all. That's how it happens, just like that. Look at this. It's like, how can you make this up? Look, this is the rim of the ship right here. And this was from a live webcam in South Africa. Look at that. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So, we're back here. So, is there going to be an alien invasion? Well, the UFOs have been here for years and years and years. They have. And the first recorded incident is Roswell. And a lot of activity, a lot of things started occurring from 1947 and 48. A lot of things sprang into action, you all. So I think if they wanted to harm us, they would have already done it. But there is a school of thought that they're buying their time, a certain type of species to destroy humanity. They're just waiting for the perfect opportunity to destroy humanity, and they're already here. But then I don't know much about this fake alien invasion. I'm just going to tell you I don't. It doesn't resonate with my being at all. It doesn't. But it resonates with a lot of people's beings. And there is a lot of people who say that there will be one. And I say, well, if they make themselves known to everyone, it will have a real world effect, and then it will be real. The aliens, even though they may be make-believe, made up, man-made ships and everything, they will be real. They'll be real. Just like when a tornado comes, or a hurricane comes, or a freak hailstorm comes, just because it's man-made, it doesn't mean that it's not going to have destructive abilities, just like nature, made by nature itself, you all. It's still going to have the same effect. Man-made tornadoes, man-made earthquakes, well, nature does that too, and it has the same effects on people. That's my whole point, and that's how I can compare it to. So that's a scary looking alien right there, and I would not want to see a tall alien gray that tall. I would not, because he could, I might be like an ant to him, maybe. And that UFO, he could just grab it with his hand and just throw it, sling it all over the place. I would hope that I am on a ship and I am out of this place before something like that shows up. That's what I would hope. Out of this place, and I hope you are too. So I'm going to go. But there was a pretty interesting article, and I did put the link in the description if you wanted to see it. And it's something to think about. There is a talk of a fake alien invasion. And there is talk of they come in peace. There is talk that when they do come in peace, somebody starts a war with them, and then they defend themselves, and then it doesn't turn out good at all. It doesn't. And then they say that, like, if there is a rapture that takes place, well, the aliens did it. And then you have the plasma apocalypse. Well, they don't want the plasma apocalypse, the plasma entity, to come through and take the non-organic humans off the earth. They don't. So there's all kinds of scenarios. You just pick one. It is kind of entertaining. It is, you all. There's no lack of entertainment when it comes to UFOs and hypothetical situations, none whatsoever. So I'm going to go, and thank you all for tuning in. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you, moderators. Y'all, thank you for dancing with me on the dance video. I liked that song. It's pretty cool to dance to. It is. And check out those other videos that have been through the week. It's probably around 30 or 40 videos Gina Honey did during the week. And I don't even know how I do them, but I do them. Have a wonderful evening, you all. Good night.